When I was younger, I was struggling a little bit to accept my blindness, and like a big part of me refusing to think of myself as blind, even though I very clearly was, but I was refusing to accept it because in my head, if you were blind, you weren't going to be able to amount to much. I didn't see blindness and success going together in a sentence. I decided to reject like all the blindness part of me, right? I was like, I don't want to use a cane, I don't want to learn Braille. So I didn't have any role models to look up to. It was not until like senior year of high school that I started to meet more blind people. I started to get more involved in the community. And so when I was reaching my senior year of high school, I wanted to get more work experience. My commission counselor connected me with Visions, and that's how we started the conversation about work experience for the summer.
The Visions workforce team, I like to say that we are the arm of the agency that supports blind and visually impaired job seekers with finding employment and career development. We really strive to make sure that we're meeting the clients where they are and also really push them to try new things and open themselves up to new opportunities.
My name is Susan Olivo. I'm the Executive Director and CEO of the Lavelle Fund for the Blind.
Susan?
We came across Manahil as we were doing some research for our own scholarship program, and she was quite an impressive young lady. We felt very strongly that she should somehow be involved with the Lavelle Fund. So we asked her to be a summer intern for us.
The statistics for blind people who are employed are stark and not pretty at all to look at.
I think the biggest thing that I have learned is that society sometimes puts disability at the back end. As opposed to building things with inclusivity in mind, it's like we kind of go back and say, oh, we have to add this because we forgot. That's not how you make a truly equitable society.
I think the reason that most employers don't think about hiring blind people is that they may just be a little bit afraid. Like, what does that mean? How concerned do I need to be about the person's safety? What am I going to have to spend to make sure that this person has the accommodations they need? So all these things that they may blow up in their minds as problems are really not problems when you start peeling that onion.
I started working full-time, so now I'm an associate product manager at S&P Global. If you are not familiar with like how a blind person works, you can be like, how do they do that?
I assume you're a JAWS user.
Yes. So I use JAWS, the screen reader, which, is amazing.
Potentially benefit from a central.
What a screen reader does is it reads aloud the text that is on your screen. So anytime I use the arrow keys or use the tab key to jump from text to text, it reads aloud to me what is directly on the screen.
Ophthalmic surgeon by training, specializing in...
I can't tell you the number of times I've heard, oh, I don't know how a blind person could do that job. We educate employers, teaching them what it means to be an accessible workplace, because we want to make sure that, if we are helping someone to find employment, that they feel supported and they feel valued where they are working.
Employment is so important because employment means independence.
I think if I was talking to an employer, I probably would just say, hire them. If they are the best candidate for the role, hire them. The accommodations piece, that comes later. Look at them for the skills and experience that they have. Hire them based off that.
Visions, services for the blind and visually impaired, celebrating our 100th anniversary. See what is possible.